In this video, I'll teach you in less than 10 minutes how to create an Evo card for any character you want in Clash Royale. To make it easy for you, I've organized everything you need. I've put links in the video description for all the things you'll see me use during the video. First step. Just like when cooking food, we need to have our ingredients. So let's download the assets you will use to create the card. We'll start by going to the website that will provide us with the base of the card and also the character we will choose to turn into an Evo card. We'll go to the official Supercell Fan Kit website, link in the description, and type Evo in the search bar and hit enter. We'll scroll down a bit and download this image of the Bomber Evo. Click on it and then download. I personally recommend working in organized manner and creating a folder where you'll keep all the assets we need for the project. To be honest, that's basically what I do myself. So, after we've downloaded the card that will serve as the base for our Evo frame, we'll move on to choosing the character we want to upgrade to Evo. We'll click back in the browser and each of you should search for the character you want. For the purpose of this video, I'm choosing Dark Prince, because I think he will look the best and he also the Evo card that got the most views, so why not? I like to choose an image that's different from the original card in Clash Royale because that's what they usually do too. In my opinion, it creates authenticity. So I'm choosing this image, downloading it and saving it in my folder. We'll also need a background, so I'm doing the same process again. I'm going back and typing in the search bar card evolution and hit enter. I really like the first image and it can serve as a perfect background with its purple lightning. So I'm choosing it and download it also to our folder. Bonus tip. I personally use professional assets from Envato Elements for every video I make. It will improve your editing skills and shorten your work time. I've put a link in the description for those who are interested. Second step. After we've prepared all the assets, let's take a very quick peek at what we're actually going to do. Notice this example of the Ice Spirit Evo card. The art team took the same regular card we all know and did a few things to give it the Evo look. I'll explain. So what do we have here? A different image from the original card image. Colors in purple shades, green lightning on the left side of the character, purple eyes, and of course an evolution different frame for the card. Now let's start with the real action. Third step, Photoshop. I've created a background layer in advance and locked it. Now let's go to our asset folder and drag the Bomber original Evo card into Photoshop and confirm the placement by pressing enter. Then we'll choose this tool called Polygonal Lasso tool and start marking the inner frame of the card with clicks one after another. If it doesn't come out well and you want to try again, just press escape on the keyboard and then try again. After we've done this, you'll reach a point where you're trying to connect between the start and the end point. And just before you're doing your last click, you will see this sign. With another click, you will confirm the connection between the points and then it should look like this. We'll press and hold the Alt key on the keyboard and then click on the mask button in Photoshop. Now your card should look like this. Without filling, just a frame. For the frame to blend nicely, we'll double click on the mask we made and change the feather parameter to 5 and then click OK. Great. Now we have a clean and ready Evo frame. Now go to your project folder and bring our background and drag it into Photoshop. We'll click this button to enlarge the background evenly and change this number to 450 and press enter. Now wait, the background covered our entire frame. To fix this, we'll choose this tool for changing position and when we finished, press enter to confirm. Now stay with me, this one is a bit tricky. Click here to open a new folder, drag the background and put it inside the folder, double click on the folder name and we'll call it card holder and press enter. Okay, now press and hold the Alt button on your keyboard and drag the mask onto the folder. This sign basically shows that you are dragging the mask. Then select the mask again with a single mouse click and then press Ctrl-I on your keyboard and boom, we have a background and frame. Now we move to the truly exciting part, preparing the character. Go back to the folder and drag the character you chose to turn into an Evo into Photoshop and position it as you want. If you want to enlarge it again like before, lock the aspect ratio and play with the numbers here until you get the zoom you want, and when finished, press enter. To get your character inside the card, drag it into the folder we created earlier in Photoshop. Cool. If you want to change its position and fine-tune it, just select the character layer and move it where you think it looks best, and when finished, press enter. So, as we said earlier, the colors need to be more purplish, and we need to add a green lightning on the left side of the card and make purple eyes. Everyone has their methods. I'll teach you what I do to achieve the result. We'll start with the purplish tone of the card. I click on this filter button and choose color balance. Then I press an Alt key on the keyboard and move the mouse between the filter layer and the character layer until I see this sign, which basically says that the filter will only affect the character layer and not everything underneath it. Once you see this sign, click on the mouse to confirm the action. A small arrow should be added here on the left. Great. Now play with the settings here to make the character get the purplish tone of the Evo. I put mine like this. If you want to see the differences on the filter, just click here on the eye icon to turn the filter on or off. Cool. The next thing is to add a green lightning on the left side of the character. To do this, right click and choose duplicate layer and click OK. Or shortcut with Ctrl+J for those who want. Note that when you did this, the filter effects only on the layer was cancelled. So again, we'll move the mouse between the filter and the character, press and hold the Alt on the keyboard. We saw the sign again with a mouse click to confirm. We'll select the additional character layer we created below and position it by dragging the mouse above the color balance filter like this. Click on the effects button and choose color overlay. Then click here to choose a color, pick a green color like this. Copy the color code by clicking Ctrl+A and then Ctrl+C and click OK. Now you see this setting called Outer Glow? Click on it and change the color here to the same green you did earlier by clicking Ctrl+A and then Ctrl+V and click OK. Change the opacity here to 70 and the size to 30 and click OK when finished. Great, it should look like this. Now right click on the character layer and choose Convert to Smart Object. Great. Now we want the green lightning to be only on the left side of the character. So we need to press and hold Alt and click here to give mask to the layer we created. Whoops, the green disappeared, right? Now we'll bring it back, but only where we choose. Click here at the brush in the tools. Right click anywhere random on the canvas and choose a brush like this with a fade at size 150 maximum and then OK. Make sure the color you're painting with is white here, and if it's black, click here to switch between colors. Great, and now gently paint with the brush the left side we want to be illuminated with green lightning on our character. If you accidentally painted on part you don't want, you can press the X key on your keyboard to invert colors and paint in black what you want to cancel. Continue like this until you reach a result that looks beautiful to you. Great. Now let's make the green color blend like lightning with the character. Click here to reduce the layer's intensity. I recommend put nothing less than 70%. Then click here to choose lighter color mode. And boom, we have a beautiful evil lightning on our character. Now the last step remains, making the eyes purple. As you know, I like to make them in neon colors, so let's see how to do it. Click here on the plus and create a new layer. Click here to zoom in and then here again on the polygonal lasso tool. And start marking the character's eyes click after click. I remind you, escape to cancel and try again. Great, you're done with one eye. To move to the second eye, press and hold Shift on the keyboard and mark the second eye too. Now choose the brush, make sure the color here is white and simply paint all the fill you marked. Then to make the marking around the eyes disappear, click here on the rectangular tool and click anywhere on the canvas. Nice. Now click here on the effects button and then choose Outer Glow, choose a purple color and then OK. Raise the opacity volume to 100% and here change the size to 28. And when finished, click OK. Zoom out and boom, we have a ready Evo card. To export it without background, select all layers, not including the background, by clicking on the first one, and then press and hold Shift on the keyboard. Scroll down and choose the last layer. Right click on the last layer and choose Convert to Smart Object. Right click again on the created layer and choose Quick Export as PNG and save wherever you want. Hope I helped you and you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.